Hello, and welcome to another edition of Talk Through the Fire presented by Catalyst, a series where we get to know members of our community better through some hot wings. I'm your host, Jeremy Yuan, and today we are joined by Kyle.
Hey guys.
Kyle is the Catalyst church admin and elder. How are you with Spice?
We'll find out.
Okay,
Not too good.
Okay, all right.
Mouth and stomach, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, awesome. Before we start, socially distanced, 6 feet apart, and we have 5 sauces to go through. Each wing is already pre-coated, and the Mad Dog is not mandatory. So, if you're ready to start, I'm ready too.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Not bad. Sriracha.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I can handle that one.
So personally, my experience with golf is limited to the driving range.
Okay.
You know, I don't have the technique, I don't have the finesse. But you like to play golf.
Yeah.
Do you play a lot still, or?
I'm getting back into it now. My kids,
Okay.
I'm trying to teach my boys how to play. So
Okay.
Used to play a lot, and then when kids came, kind of stopped almost completely, and
Oh.
now I'm getting back into it.
Okay. So just with your kids or with other friends too?
With friends from church, my
Oh.
family, my brother sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your most expensive club?
I'm cheap, so
Okay.
I buy used ones
Okay.
a lot of times when I can. But I for my 30th birthday, I got a nice set of Mizuno irons.
Okay.
And so those were a little more expensive, but I've had those for a while now. So.
Oh, okay. And do you feel like the rate at which a club gets more expensive, do you feel like it helps you game that much better, or?
Maybe it helps your confidence a little bit. 'Cause that's
Oh.
a lot of golf is believing that you can do it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
no, from my experience, no, I've got some cheaper clubs and they've worked pretty good too.
So it's all talent. It's all
golf
talent.
is mostly mental, so
All
it's
technique. Okay.
it's a frustrating game until you learn to just enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many hole-in-ones have you?
Actually just had one a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my
Oh.
first one for 18 years. 18 years ago, I had one on my brother's wedding day. We went golfing
Wow.
the morning of his wedding.
Oh.
Had a hole-in-one. Wasn't that good of a shot. I got kind of lucky. And then took my boys to a little par 3 recently, and the ninth hole, 85 yards, short one, but I put it in, and my boys got to see it. So that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your longest drive?
With the wind and downhill.
Sure.
I've done over 300
Wow.
a couple times, but mostly that with
okay.
with the wind downhill. Otherwise, I'm not the longest hitter.
Okay.
I gotta rely on my short game.
Okay.
All right, yeah, it kind of sits in there a little bit, the heat.
All right. You ready to move on?
I guess so.
Question 2,
Get
wing.
this over with.
Question 2, wing 2. So the MLB, I think they just announced a abbreviated, is it a 60 game schedule?
60, yeah.
Yeah, for 2020. So it's going to be a sprint. I think the Dodgers are the favorite right now in Vegas. Do you feel like if the Dodgers win this year that it'll be there's an asterisk, or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah?
there's something to a shorter season.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, actually, during the quarantine, I really missed sports at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but lately, I'm kind of excited that sports are coming back, but at the same time, I'm not like I used to be. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see.
Do you feel like the Dodgers should be the 2017 champs?
That's a different story. Yeah. So I was at Game 7 of the World Series and hoping that they would have won.
Yeah.
But they lost to some cheaters. So that's tough. I mean, what I really would want is just there to be no winner that year. I want the Astros to be taken. I want their title to be taken away.
Okay.
That's what I would like.
That sounds more
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, you still have to win it. So I mean,
Yeah.
the Dodgers couldn't do it that game, but
also they,
they were going to get some cheaters. So I just think that their title should be vacated. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, I've been in the back of my throat.
I think there's also Vegas odds on who gets beamed first on the Astros. Do you think there's going to be a lot of that happening going on in this abbreviated season?
I could see that, but I think with the whole quarantine, I think things kind of settled down.
Yeah.
So I think that it might not be as big as it would have been if the quarantine didn't happen. I think there would have been some hot tempers and some thrown at people's heads. Yeah. Now that there's been a break and a little bit, I think it's kind of dissipated.
Okay. Cool. All right, ready to move on?
All right, I got to keep it from going to the back of my throat here.
So this next series of questions is directly from Mimo.
Great.
So, personally, I've never broken a bone. I just haven't. But she said, where and how did you get that scar on your head?
So I got like a horseshoe shaped scar on the side of my head here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was summer before my senior year.
Mm.
It was a water skiing trip. Some friends from high school, I got invited along to go with them. My parents and my sister went to a family reunion in Iowa, and I got to go to Lake Powell. So I went there with my friends. Ooh, you can see your tongue a little bit.
Oh.
And we were on they call them water weenies, like a big hot dog looking thing, like it's a 5-person one. And riding along in that and fell off. We had fallen off a number of times, but I fell off and hit the head of the guy in front of me, the back of his head into the side of mine. So knocked me out in the water, out cold, and then came to. I don't remember, but I guess I didn't know where I was. I had a concussion and took me to the beach, and it was like vomiting and there were some nurses and doctors in our group, and they knew it was serious, so they got me to the local hospital. I got airlift. I got a brain scan. I was bleeding on my brain, so then they airlifted me to Flagstaff. Had surgery that afternoon.
Wow.
My parents were in Iowa at the time, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a story.
So, supposedly I don't have any brain damage, but Mimo might beg to differ sometimes.
Airlifted. That's serious, very serious.
So that was my first helicopter ride. So
First,
very memorable.
First and only, or
no, I've been in helicopters since, but for fun, by choice.
not because you need to go to a hospital.
Right.
All right. How are you doing?
Yeah, that one was a little hotter than I'm used to.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm a little nervous for these next two because number 4, I see some red flakes on there. They look like they're kind of toasty.
I think for number 4, the last tab, every pepper that they used is genetically modified.
Oh, geez.
Right, to try to amp up the Scoville unit.
Okay.
But
thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
No, I'm here with you too. So.
All right.
You ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Whew.
Not bad.
Swallow it as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Nose is running.
Can't let it linger too much.
All right.
All right, ready?
I'll talk fast so we can keep
Yeah. So growing up, my parents corrected me by taking away things from me, taking away my privileges. That's how I was raised.
Uh-huh.
But Mimo said to ask you, what happened when you and your brother were supposed to get a spanking from your dad after work?
Oh, sheesh. Okay, so I got 2 older brothers. At the time, I know what episode she's talking about. I was maybe 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
3 boys, with my mom being ornery.
Mm-hmm.
She reached her limit, and holy moly, this is something hot. All right, so I read on the internet, if you take a spoonful of sugar, it's supposed to help. So, I mean, hey, I'm trying it. All right.
Good? No?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Oh, man, my lips are burning, too. It actually helped a little bit. All right. So I think my mom just had it. She's like, all right, to your room. I think, if I remember right, it was summertime. Went to bed. It was like bright sunshine out still. So you know you're in trouble if you go to bed that early. If we go to bed and we're just waiting for my dad to get home from work or from a meeting or something. And my older brother is a genius. He's like, all right, if Dad's gonna give us a spanking, we gotta like do something to help offset the sting.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's a big guy, 6'6", he's got big hands, right? So my brother is like, all right, let's put a book in between our pajamas so that when he spanks us, it won't hurt so bad, right? Oh, right, great. So we get these books and put them in there, and then I think my middle brother's like, that ain't gonna work because the book's square. It's like, it's obvious, right? So then we're thumbing through the bookshelf, and then we found like those flexible ones, right? So we put it in there, you can't even hardly notice, right? So my dad comes in, you can tell he's got the rundown from my mom that we've been ornery. So, all right, I think he grabs my older brother first, puts him over his knee, and then he doesn't do anything, and then he walks out of the room. We're like, oh crap, now what? What's he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't like spank us like that hard, but I mean, enough to where you remember it, right?
Sure.
So then he goes out and he comes back in about 30 seconds later, and he goes, just go to bed and I'll talk to you in the morning. Well, what we didn't know is he put my brother over his knee. He saw the book there and he just started laughing.
Oh.
And he didn't want to show us that he was laughing, so he had to walk out of the room and gather himself. And then he told my mom what's happening. He's just like, I can't do it. I can't spank him. So he went in and that saved us a spanking that night.
Wow.
So, yeah, my brother's a genius.
A genius.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, my nose is running now.
Yeah. This one is I have to take my phone.
So the next one's even worse?
Yeah, should be. You ready?
No, but I guess that's the penance I get for being an employee here at Catalyst.
Yes.
My pain is your pleasure. You didn't know it.
All right.
Whew. Oh man, I can feel this one already.
On top of it. All right.
Then you swallow it though, then it gets in the back of your throat. Ooh.
It's complex heat, I would say. All right. Before I can't talk anymore, tell me. Speaking of your brothers,
Yes.
tell me about the time you broke both your wrists, and how helpful your brothers were for you.
Okay, so, oh man, I gotta go back to the sugar. Oh man, that's hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I believe I was in third grade. And after school, waiting for the bus, on the swing, ready to jump off, put my hands on the outside so I could, launch myself, but I went back a little too far. My butt slipped off the seat. Superman down to the ground, caught myself. And, oh man, that's hot. This really is talking through fire. And so I broke both my wrists. My mom was the bus driver, so I rode with her the rest of the route and got cast put on. But, you know, when you break your wrist, it hurts, so you can't use your hands at first. So, at school, you gotta go to the bathroom still. Couldn't unbutton my pants, so... Oh, man. I'm not crying because of embarrassment. I'm like tearing up because this is hot. They had to go get my brother. He was a grade ahead of me. I had to get him out of the class, and he'd go with me to the bathroom and help me pull my pants down. Yeah, so. Yeah, thanks, Mimo. Thanks for giving me that story. What, is that so funny? I mean,
yeah, no, it's funny, but it's very hot. So I should preface by saying my producer, who also conveniently went through this show, told me to dial it up, which is why you and I are
in pain right now.
in pain, yes. But you know, for the good of the show.
I heard from Sam that 4 and 5 are hot.
Yeah,
4 was pretty bad. 5 is wow,
yeah.
Man.
So it did its intended purpose. But we're here.
Yeah.
5 questions up, 5 questions down, 5 wings up, 5 wings down, and you made it. So all we have left to do is for you to tell the people what you got going on.
Wow. I'm not going to say much because my tongue hurts so bad right now. I'm glad we can do this and you guys get to know us a little better. Oh, man. Yeah, I just really appreciate being part of the staff here and an elder. It's a pleasure serving you guys, and I love our Cat S family. Hope my pain could be some laughter for you guys, but man, this is fun. I like these kind of things, but man, this is actually torture. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
So thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
And for all you out there, we will see you next time. Ooh.